Welcome to Literary Lushes with your hosts Megan
and Samantha.
And we are doing 13 short literary spirits.
Day 2.
So today's story is from the classic Edgar Allan Poe. The Telltale Heart.
Bum, bum. So dramatic.
I'm very bummed I could not find my dead heart somewhere. But we have brains.
Some other unidentified organ.
We got a few things here going on. So, I'm going to start with a drink. You can make it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Again, we are sticking with the non-alcoholic in case you have kids and you want to do something fun with them. But you can, of course, make this alcoholic.
Basically, if you want to teach them young without the alcohol.
I'm going to let you pop that open.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a screw top.
I don't care. I'm just going to let you do it.
So, okay.
Did you just break it?
I think so. It's fine. It's like, yep, okay. Just safety first, everybody. So we have here some sparkling apple cider that has a lid so you can repop it, which is what this is.
Oh, so we can save that.
So you can save it.
Oh, that's good, because
so save
I was going to use that for a different drink, and I didn't want to have to waste the whole bottle.
And I'm going to use our Literary Lush Stay Lively with Your Libations bottle opener. Bow, bow.
Is it a pretty good bottle opener, too?
Yeah, watch.
Oh, that's nice.
Smooth.
All right, so we're going to keep it simple here.
Keep it simple, stupid. What?
Just going to pour. These drink recipes are going to be a lot simpler than our normal ones because they're short stories.
Mm-hmm.
So you just push that back on?
Yeah. Just show who's boss. Just
there
get it.
There you go. All right, and I already pre-shook this. And then whatever kind of apple juice you want. I've never had
Or apple cider. This is apple juice, I think. But
yeah,
it looks...
I think so.
It looks pure press, so it almost looks like it might be like cider-esque.
It does not. It's not the normal apple juice I drink. They don't carry my kind of apple juice anymore.
Okay.
I used to have White House. Just gonna.
Was that in a glass jar?
No, it was plastic, but it kind of looked jarish. I'm gonna take a cinnamon stick, our favorites. I'm gonna use it as a stir.
Stir it.
Stir it.
Stir it so
I'm
good.
just gonna plop that bad boy in there to leave it more cinnamon-y.
Oh.
Cinnamon-y.
Cinnamon-y.
Your hair's all over your face. And then, all right, you want to tell them about your beer?
Yes. So today I am drinking Oktoberfest by Sailfish Brewing Company.
Woo! All right. So
Wait, there's a hair on my face, and I don't know if it's my real hair.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Ugh. Okay.
This will probably be the only episode we wear a wig.
I like wigs, but
Anyways,
this is darker than I was expecting. That's what she said, maybe, depending on the guy, I guess. Cheers. Anyway, here we go. Bottoms up. I'm going to stop talking now.
Tastes like straight up applesauce.
Tastes like Germany? I don't know, Oktoberfest.
I was like, how do you taste Germany?
Tastes like applesauce. I bet that's good. This is actually really good.
This is really yummy.
Yeah. I was a little nervous because it's just a sticker on a can, but it's good. Yeah, here we go. So, Telltale Heart. Obviously, this is just an Edgar Allan Poe compilation that Mike and I got from Barnes & Noble. We like to be fancy, so.
Yeah, my book was like this tiny little one that had a couple of the short stories. So yeah, so he doesn't like this old man.
And we don't know the name of the main character,
just
though.
the old man. And he doesn't really hate him for any other reason other than his eye.
He has a blue eye.
Yeah, that's like
light blue with like
it looked like it sounded like cataracts.
Yeah, that's what I think maybe.
It sounded like cataracts. But anyways, he said the guy never did anything mean to him. Nothing. He never was, just whatever guy. But for whatever reason, because of this blue eye that creeped him out, he insisted on killing him.
But he's not a madman, because a madman wouldn't have planned it as well as he did.
Oh my God. His continuous...
He was a narcissist.
Oh, no one did it this well. No one did it this well. I did it this fantastic. And then every night, I'd sneak into his room. And it'd take him like an hour to open the damn door.
Don't you have something better to do? So every night, he would sneak up to the old man's room, and it would take him an hour to open the door because he didn't want it to creak. So he'd open it a fraction of an inch at a time. And then he had a lantern, and he'd place the lantern in the room, and he would turn the lantern on so that the light pointed directly at the old man's eye.
Don't look at it.
I'm not looking at it. So, and he did this for quite some time, and every single time the light would shine on the eye and the eye would be closed. This particular night, he decides, tonight, I'm gonna kill him. And he rushes it. Woo, woo.
Just like that.
And the door creaks, the old man wakes up. So he panics a little bit and ends up just sitting in the dark waiting for the old man to fall asleep. The old man can't fall asleep because you know how it is.
You heard something and now you're awake and you're thinking you're gonna die. And
every creak of the house is a murderer or a ghost.
But he's like trying to talk himself out of thinking it's not really that bad. It's fine. It's whatever, which I do all the time.
I do all the time. All the time.
It's worse when the dogs sit there and stare at nothing and you're like...
Or they track something that's not there.
And you're like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
And you're like, can you please stop that because you're freaking me out.
It's scary. Yeah. My apartment in Tallahassee used to have weird noises all the time. And I would anyway.
So anyways.
Any who's or what's it.
Long story short, not really because it's a short story. He eventually kills the guy.
Yep. He flips the bed over and kills the guy. And then decides to dismember him because he's a genius. So he dismembers him in the bathtub. And this is before, you know, like blacklight and like DNA testing and all that. So like all the blood just washes down the drain. No evidence. And he puts the body parts in the floorboards in the old man's room.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Boop.
So he throws him in the thing. The police come because the neighbor heard the screaming.
Yep.
The police come.
Yeah. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
The guy puts the chairs in the room. He's like, look, this is his bedroom.
And he says the old man's traveling, which is why he's not home.
So then they're all sitting there and he kept hearing.
And he was the only one who could hear it.
That. If not, we'll put the heartbeat. Actually, you know what? I can just put sound effect heartbeat in here right now. And it kept getting louder. So the guy kept talking louder. So you wouldn't hear him talking over the heartbeat. I'll reenact it. It's great. And then so he kept talking louder. And he's moving his chair, trying to like, you know,
insert chair squeaking noise here.
Trying to, you know, make sure that there's no noise whatsoever.
But the policeman didn't hear it. Only he did.
But it drove him insane because he thought, this guy, I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get caught. I keep hearing this heart. I keep hearing this heart. And then so he finally just
cracks.
I did it.
It's buried right there.
He pulls it up, shows him.
And the story ends. But he's not a madman because he planned it out.
That's a shitty way to plan. I have my way of planning it. Killing someone.
You gonna share?
No.
Is my life in danger?
No.
Anyway, I love Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay. Some of his stories, because it's older writing, sometimes it takes me a minute. Better than Shakespeare.
Edgar Allan Poe was what, 1800s? 17?
His stuff is more like Old English.
I mean, this is
able to do it. Well, that's a nice book.
Thanks, Barnes and Noble. And there's artwork.
Who did the one where the guy is buried alive under the mausoleum?
He has one where the guy gets bricked in the wall.
Maybe that's what it is, and he's scratching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's the Pit and the Pendulum. And I mean, I'm sure these tales were like back in the day.
So do you think he had like schizophrenia or something, and that's how he came up with these, or?
I mean, look at the twisted tales like Stephen King comes up with.
And with that, we say,
stay macabre with your libations. My head is sweating.
13 literary
Spirits.
Pepper doesn't like the Halloween stuff, apparently.
Do you like my MySpace profile pic?
I do.
You're in my top 8.
I feel like a dog with fleas with this wig.
It's like, just grab your back leg and just start. Okay. So,
In fact, the cheaper the wig,
the more likely it is to carry lice.
I'm like over here itching.
Do you have fleas? Stay classy.
Stay macabre.
Ooh, macabre. I like
Big
that one.
word for me.
She's learning. We like Halloween.